Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Last night's game, the Jets game, was something more of what we kind of thought we were going to get out of Aaron Rodgers and the team. But first of all, before I start that, let me say first that yesterday's video, I was a little doubtful, and I'd be the first one to admit when I made a mistake, when I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to tell you. I definitely misjudged what was going to happen last night. I even said at one point that with the 6 points or 6.5 points, whatever it was, I would have taken the Patriots if I was a betting man. Good thing I'm not a betting man because last night was just a total domination by the Jets, both offensively and defensively. Now, in the first two games the Patriots had, first of all, I want to attack that. They beat the Bengals game one of the NFL season. Okay, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it's not. Maybe the Bengals aren't as good as we all think they are. We all know the Bengals are kind of a slow starting team anyway. They come on 4 or 5 games in the season, then they become barn burners. So maybe that was a fluke. The second game of the year, the Patriots took Seattle to overtime. I mean, they could have won the ball game. Seattle, in my opinion, not a great team, but they definitely are top 6 or 7 in the NFC. Patriots took them to overtime, and they lost that game. So here's what yesterday before when I made my video, I was thinking, this might be a little bit more of a struggle than everybody thinks. Boy, I was wrong. I was wrong on that account for sure. Last night the Jets offense was just, Aaron Rodgers looked so crisp. He was so sharp, getting the ball out of his hands. He looked like Aaron Rodgers from 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't even know if that was possible anymore. He actually ran the ball, got out of trouble a couple times, got a couple first downs scrambling. And like I said, he was sharp with the ball, read the defenses. I hate to say it, but there was a couple of plays I was watching with one of my friends. He's a Jet fan as well. And I kept saying, I probably said it 5 or 6 times last night, man, as much as I like Zach Wilson, and I hate to keep bringing the kid up, he's not even a Jet anymore. But there was a couple times last night when I said Zach would have never made that play. He would have never made that pass. He would have never read the defense like that. He would have thrown a pick there, or he would have got sacked there or something. So everybody sees it. And, of course, I knew it too. But it's more obvious now that this team has to run around Aaron Rodgers. We all know that as Jet fans anyways. But getting back to my point, and then really the score was 24-3, but it could have been a lot worse. I mean, that score could have been 40-3 if the Jets didn't kill themselves sometimes with penalties, missed field goal at one point, drives just kind of pooping out, if you want to call it that. But it could have been a lot worse. They just completely dominated the pass last night. And last night also, too, the Patriots looked like a rebuilding team last night. They looked like a rebuilding team that everybody thought they were going to be this year. They didn't do anything right. Jacoby Brissett, let me see, was 12 out of 18 for 98 yards of passing, as opposed to, in contrast, Aaron Rodgers, 27 out of 35, 281 yards and 2 touchdowns. You can't compare Jacoby Brissett to Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying that they are definitely in a rebuild mode. They even brought in the rookie kid they drafted, Drake May, I think his name is. He threw a couple of balls, got sacked a couple times, but they really need to go back to Brissett because you don't want to see them turn him into another Mac Jones, another guy that comes out, he's not ready, team's not ready. The offensive line looked terrible. I know they're pieced together, injuries and what new guys and whatnot, but they really looked terrible last night. So keep him on the bench. Let the kid sit there. Brissett's been in the league, I don't know how many years. He's been with the pay. He's been with 100 teams. Let him stay out there. He's the pro. He's the veteran. Let him stay out there and leave that kid off the field before it's just another young guy that gets ruined by a bad team. So, to me, in my opinion, very impressive win by the Jets. They made a statement last night to say we're getting better. Aaron Rodgers is back to form. Our defense is going to get better and is going to stop stuff. The Patriots really couldn't do anything last night. And look out because the Jets can be a formidable team. I was a little concerned with it in the offseason. Rodgers hadn't played a game in over a year. Practice and stuff like that, that doesn't count to me. He didn't play in preseason. But last night was a showing, in my opinion. He looked solid. He was getting the ball out. He just was Aaron Rodgers last night, throwing balls that only he could throw. And that fadeaway throw that he throws, that back shoulder fadeaway pass, nobody does it like he does. So I think it was a great win for the Jets last night, and it really gives us something to look forward to now. And also, by the way, I want to mention our 20-year-old running back, Braylon Allen. This kid is an animal. He's a beast. With him back there, Um, he's just a monster. This kid, he's even hard to tackle. They got to get him on the field some more, and I noticed that they are. But our running back room is just crazy good. Garrett Wilson last night was another. He was on. He missed a couple of balls, but I'm not sure if it was a route thing or the pass was kind of off. But Garrett Wilson is just he's just another superstar we have, and that was a great win last night. It was a great win, and I hope to see more. We got the Broncos next. Now the Jets have like a 10 or 11 days to kind of rest and get hopefully Morgan Moses isn't hurt too badly. Haven't seen any updates on him this morning yet. So hopefully he's not hurt too badly. But a great win. Now it's time to get some rest in, get some practice in. They got the Broncos. That really, on paper, that should be an easy dub. Don't take any team for granted, of course. You never know what can happen. But the Broncos should be an easy win, boosting us up to 3-1. Before we got the Bills coming up in another game or two after that, and that could be a pretty significant showdown. So great win for the Jets. Good job on both sides of the ball, and hopefully we see more of this moving forward. Thank you for watching my video, and leave me a comment below if you have anything you think you might want to add, maybe something I forgot, I missed. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a great deal. And everybody go ahead and have a great day and a great weekend, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye now.